Hi, I'm just going to walk you through a little bit of diluting the soap paste. In this container I have 10.6 ounces of Castile plus liquid soap paste. So 10.6 ounces of liquid soap paste is in here. It's already soft because I make my paste using sodium lactate near the end of my cook. And so now I have already measured and warmed up 10.6 ounces of distilled water, and I heated it to almost boiling. So now I'm going to pour that in here with my paste. So equal amounts paste, equal amounts water. Okay. I'm going to try to do this one-handed just to kind of show you. It should not take that long to dilute this down. You can stir it and mix it around. I have to give it a while to dilute. And my paste, like I said, was warm already. And the water I brought to almost boiling. You could do it cold, but it will take longer for the paste to dissolve. And this is right now just a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'm going to let this sit for a little bit, and I'll come back here this evening and check it and show you the update. So it's been sitting for about 2.5 hours and still got a few little chunks in here you might be able to see. So I'm going to add about 2 more ounces of water, and we'll see how that goes. So again, I'm going to put 2 more ounces by weight in my 2.2. I won't put the whole thing in there, in my little teapot, and go heat that up and then pour that in. So, and looking a little bit more at the soap and just how much is still in here, it's really close to the thickness that I like mine to be at. So I think I'm going to stick with adding just an ounce based on how much is in there. So I'm going to slowly pour the heated water at 1 ounce, a little over 1.1. And I'll note this for future reference. And I'll just go ahead and give this a nice mix. I wish I had a stand that I could actually show you in here without dropping soap. See, there's just a few little chunks left, and sometimes if they don't want to melt, you can try mashing them down and see if that helps. If that doesn't work, I will just strain this through a wire strainer, a very fine one, and remove any chunks that might be left, because this is probably going to be the consistency I like it to be by morning. So any that are left in here will just get strained out, and I will either add them to another batch of paste when I dilute it, or I will turn them into some type of mechanic scrub or some other kind of scrub. I really like to use this in the mechanic scrub for my boys or for the garden when I'm out working in my garden in my yard. So anyway, this is kind of where it's at right now, and I'll check it again in the morning, and we'll see where we're at. So overnight, I let this sit, and now as you can see, just adding that extra 1 ounce has brought this to a nice consistency. It's thick, and not watery at all. It bubbles amazing. Even in this pot, I get bubbles. So anyway, I'm going to show you here shortly how you can add color and then bottle it up for you. So now I'm going to add my rosemary and mint fragrance oil, and I'm only going to do about probably about 0.2. Let's see, it's 21 total ounces, so about 0.3 ought to be good for this. So, all right, so here we go, watching the little dial right there. So we're at 0.3. I'll give this a stir. Get off my and now I'm going to just add a couple drops of soap and cosmetic dye. Just don't want to add a whole lot. Two of the blue, and then 2 of a lighter green. I don't normally sell my color or my soaps with color, but I've had a lot of questions about how to do it. So, and you can see that gives it a really pretty blue color, kind of a sea green, which is kind of what I was going for. And it won't stain. These are non-staining liquid soap dyes. Just make sure that this is all stirred really well together. Okay. And then I'll be back to show you what it looks like in the bottle. And here it is, packaged up in the bottle. No label just yet, but it'll look really pretty in the label. And this is the Castile Plus. And anyway, this is from being shaken, those little bubbles that you see floating around on top. But it is a really thick soap. If I were to, hold on. If I were to pour this out, as you can see, it's a nice thick consistency. Anyway, there you go. That's what it looks like all finished as a finished product, ready to have a label on it and sell. Thank you for watching. To add that you can also use these in a foamer bottle. This is kind of what they look like. This is again the Castile Plus, and I fill it to about here with the liquid soap in the thickness that I showed earlier in the video, and then I fill it the rest of the way with distilled water, and then mix it together. Depending on how much fragrance oil you use, you may or may not need to add more to it. I did not. The rosemary mint that I use has a nice strong scent. So this is how it will come out, rich and foamy, and really lathers very nicely to wash the hands. Smells really, really good, as you can tell. So that's one way to correct soap that you might have over diluted, is by putting it into foamer bottles, and they sell really well. So I think I sell mine when I was selling quite a bit at farmer's market. I would sell mine for $6, and it sold really, really well. And then they could buy refills for their foamer bottles. So anyway, this is it. If you have any other questions, please be sure to let me know. Thank you.